Welcome to your Uke Like the Pros daily lesson. I'm Terry Carter. I'm back home in the studio. You can tell not only by the my background, but also the background noise of my kids. Mainly my daughter having a fantastic time today. So I got a request to do this song. This is Riptide, the solo today by Vance Joy. We're not going to do the actual chords, but we're going to do the solo. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing and spreading the word about Uke Like the Pros. Don't forget we are live, so feel free to comment. And even if you're watching this later, say hi, ask a question, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So, this song is taught in many different ways that I've noticed on the internet. A lot of times you'll teach it the real easy way, A minor, G and C. And then the solo that people teach are also in that key. But if you really listen to the recording, it's actually either in different chords or you could do a capo. So if you capoed the song, you could do it in those chords, A minor shape, G shape, and C shape. But not everyone has a capo, and it doesn't matter for the solo what we do it in, but I'm going to do it in the key that the recording is in. So if you want to play along with the recording, this will match up. And don't forget to check out ukelikethepros.com. It's where I have, where is it? It's where I have all my premium content, the membership. The membership's growing all the time. I have a level 1 course in there. I've just added the level 2 course, which will be live here shortly. And I do a lesson every week in there. So there's close to 100 lessons, always getting added. So if you're looking to take your playing to the next level, check that out. It's also 30 days free trial for the membership site. All right, here we go. So when the solo comes in, there's actually no chord being played. It's just the actual ukulele playing. I'm going to be playing it with using these chords today. So B minor, B flat minor, A flat minor, and then D flat minor. And that's the key, if you don't have a capo, that this song would be in. Which would make the solo right here. And I think the solo, even though there's no chord, I think it's based off the second chord here, this A flat chord. It's kind of that shape right there of that chord. All right, so now let's not worry about that. But what I'm worried about is the actual solo. I know some of you are like, hey, what's this notation on the screen? I want the tab. I'll give you the tab in a second, but I think it's important to understand the rhythm of this. You know, I'm always trying to take our lessons a little bit to the next level. Besides just showing you the lick, but actually you learn a little bit more that you can apply in other songs and become a better musician overall. If you look at this, these are mainly 16th notes. You have these curved slurs that are in it, and in this case they're going to be hammer-ons in the ukulele. And it's really just a 2-beat phrase that's repeated over and over again. So once we get the first part, we got the whole thing. All right, so this is how the notation would look like, and I did this myself using my ear. And that reminds me of the next thing I wanted to mention is always, 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 I guess even with my lessons, since I'm doing this, you should use your ear and trust yourself and listen to the original recordings. When I was looking at this song online, I saw a lot of different variations to this. So not sure how that happens, but from what my ear hears, this is how we're going to play the song and play this particular solo. All right, so now, just for you, Voila! All right, so there is our tablature, which now hopefully you're like, whoo, thank goodness. All right, it's fairly easy to understand, but it's actually a little bit hard to execute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start here with my first finger at the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. And I'm actually going to just bar. Might as well just go and bar that first finger at the 3rd fret. Then, well, if you notice, it says 3 and then it says 5, but there's a curved line over that. And that is, in this case, a hammer-on. So anytime you're going from a lower number to a higher number, in this case, 3, 3rd fret to the 5th fret, that's a hammer-on. So the first 2 notes are, and what that hammer-on means is that I'm going to pluck, and by the way, I'm using my thumb, thumb for this one, and I'm going to hit the 3, and then with my 3rd finger, I'm just going to hammer on to the 3rd string, 5th fret. And there's our first 2 notes. Notice that even though I'm not plucking with my thumb when I hit 5, you still can hear it pretty clearly. So that means that when you hammer on, you got to give it a good amount of pressure and really hammer it down onto the fretboard. So those 2 notes are almost equal in volume. So that's it, so 3 to 5. Then I'm going to hit the 5 again. Well, actually, this is the first time I'm actually plucking a 5, but 3, 5 hammer on, and then hit 5 again. Then I'm already going to have my 2nd finger here on the 2nd string, 4th fret. And I'm going to hit that once. And then I'm going to go back to the 3rd fret, 3rd string, and pluck it, and then also do a hammer on to the 5. So the first half of it, what you see on the screen, so really up to right there, is this. And the second half is the same thing. So I guess I didn't even need to show all of it, but the reason why I wanted to show all of it because that's one measure. That all happens within one measure. All right, so let's try that nice and slowly. 3 and hammer on, hammer on, hammer on. And that's it. Believe me though, it looks what I'm doing easier than I think it is maybe for some of you, because the hammer-ons are quite tricky, and when we start playing a little bit faster, that repetition and the hammer-ons give you a lot to think about. Okay? So again, hammer on from 3 to 5 on the 3rd string, hit the 5th fret again, then thumb's going to jump down to the 2nd string, 4th fret, and I'm using my 2nd finger there. Back up to the 3rd string, 3rd fret, and then hammering back on the 5. And that's the whole pattern. And you're going to do it 4 times. Alright, so now what I did earlier with the progression was I was just playing the chords. Remember, the chords with no capo are this. And I'll do this in a different lesson. Alright, and then I went right into the solo. Alright, so let's try just a solo a little bit faster. So, right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. A little faster. Do 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 do. Ready, and. And that's about the tempo of the song. Do the solo. right, so try the chords and then do that with me. Or if you don't know those chords, just do the hammer-ons when we get to it. I'm going to do the progression 2 times. Ready, and... one more time. Here we go. And there you go. There is your solo for the song Riptide by Vance Joy. Practice it slowly, build it up, and then once you feel comfortable with it, go ahead and try it with the original recording. Thanks for being here, and as always, we will see you in the next lesson.